Hi there, welcome to my channel mathssl. This is a financial math question 7.1. The question says a travel company informs Robert that a holiday to a certain destination cost 40,000 rand now. The company predicts that the cost of this holiday will increase by 7.8% per annum. What will this holiday cost in 5 years' time? We need to solve this question. I'll show you how to solve 2-mark question. So we have to identify the formula and then we have to solve the question. The cost of the holiday increases by a fixed percentage each year, which is a compound growth problem. So this is a compound interest formula we're going to use here. A is equal to P1 plus I power n. Now we substitute the values into the formula. So we have the initial cost, which is 40,000 rand. One from the formula. Interest rate, he say 7.8%. Interest is 7.8%. That means 0.078. And for how many years? For 5 years. I'm going to use the calculator. I use my calculator, so the answer is 58,230,93. So this is my final answer. Question 7.2. Sarah opened a saving account that paid interest at a rate of 5.8% per annum, compounded quarterly. She deposited 2,300 into the account on 1st January 2020 and continued to make deposit of 2,300 at the beginning of each quarter thereafter. She made her last deposit on 1st October 2025. Calculate the accumulated amount in the account on 1st January 2026. So we need to solve this question. Sarah's saving account. So we're going to apply here future value formula. So first of all, we need to determine the number of deposits. So have a look here. The deposits are made quarterly from 1st January 2020 to 1st October 2025. Have a look here. From here till 1st October 2025. Number of years from 2020 till 2025, the number of quarters in 5 years will be 20 quarters, because each year got 4 quarters. So 5 times 4 is going to be 20 quarters. Now, you must remember from January 2025 to 1st October 2025, there are 4 quarters. So there are 4 quarters. Don't forget this one. I'm repeating again. From 1st January 2025 to 1st October 2025, there are 4 quarters. The deposits are made at the beginning of each quarter. From 1st January 2025 to 1st October 2025, there are 4 quarters. So must remember, the deposits are made at the beginning of each quarter. So don't forget this one. I can write it down the quarters detail. So we go 2020, and at the beginning of January, he paid 2,300. So the January, and then April after that, because quarterly mean after 3 months. and then after that beginning of July, and then beginning of October. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 deposit he make. So he made 4 deposits. So 21 will same happen 4, 22 will same happen 4, 23 4, 24 again 4, and 25 again gonna be 4. So this is gonna be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 times 4, that's gonna be 24. So my n gonna be 24. So because the quarter is supposed to be till September, because after 3 months. So at the beginning of October, he paid the deposit. So which means he paying 1 quarter extra. And you must calculate the accumulated amount in the account on 1st January 2026. So which means that we're gonna work out at the last, we're gonna compound that money. But now, so this is number of, so n gonna be 24, because he paying at the beginning of January. So this is first, and then April, then July, then October. So 4 each year. So we got 6, 20 till 25, 6 times 4 is 24. So n gonna be 24, because if you look nicely, the in 1 year time we got 4 quarter. In normal gap, the quarter work this way: January till September. That's gonna be 3 quarter. But now he paying at the beginning of each quarter, so he paying at the beginning of October as well. So which mean he pay 1 quarter extra. So that's why we're gonna write n is 24. Although we have to work now that quarter, because he said we need to calculate the accumulated amount on 1st January 2026, which means 1 extra a quarter we have to work out, that we're gonna compound that money. So anyway, because he paying 1 extra, so now he asking that extra 1 accumulated amount in the account till 1st January 2026. So he paying 1 quarter extra, and he asked calculate the accumulated amount in the account on 1st January 2026. So we need to compound that 1 quarter at the last. So we're gonna use the future value and annuity formula. So the formula says x bracket 1 plus I power n minus 1 over I. So I'm gonna substitute all of these values into the formula. So the 2,300 he paying every month, and 1 from the formula I, interest rate is 5.8%, mean 0.058, and he say quarterly, so it's gonna be divided by 4. And the power, so the power gonna be 24, n is 24 we found earlier, and the minus 1 from the formula, close bracket, over again 0.058 over 4, because this is the I we have 0.058 over 4. Now I'm going to use the calculator one time to solve this question. So my answer will be 65,462,39. So he paid 1 quarter extra because he deposited at the beginning of the period. So now an examiner already asked to calculate the accumulated amount 1st January 2026. So that extra what he paid, because he said calculate the accumulated amount in the account on 1st January 2026. So we have to compound this money for first quarter, 1 quarter. So now we're gonna use this amount for compound interest. So the compound interest formula is A P 1 plus I power n. Now, so I told you initial amount we're gonna use, which we found earlier by future value formula, 65,462, 39, 1 from the formula, plus interest rate is 5.8%. We're using the same one, so it's gonna be 0.058 and quarterly divided by 4. So the power is gonna be 1 because we need to work out only one episode. So I use my calculator. The answer is gonna be a 66,411,60. So this is my final answer. 66,411,60. So this is my final answer. 7.3. This is a very important question. The bank granted Rajesh a loan of 900,000 on 28 February 2024 at an interest rate of 6.8% per annum compounded monthly. So you must remember, and this is the amount. So the first question says Rajesh was unable to make the first 3 payments. He made his first repayment of 10,000 on 30 June 2024. He continued to make monthly repayment of 10,000 at the end of each month thereafter. How long in completed month will it take Rajesh to repay the loan from the time the loan was granted? So we need to solve this question. So this is a present value formula we can apply here, because to do with the loan, Rajesh loan repayment, time to repay the loan. So the first of all, we need to calculate the value of the loan after the first 3 months without payments. So must remember he missed 3 payments. So we need to apply the compound interest formula, add 3-month interest. So it's gonna be a compound interest formula gonna be A is equal to P 1 plus I power n. Because he missed 3 payments, so we need to apply the compound interest formula. We need to add 3 months interest. So the initial amount will be 900,000. 1 plus I we got. So interest rate is 6.8%, which means 0.068 over 12 monthly, and for 3 payment he missed. Now I'm gonna use my calculator. The answer is 915,386.86. So I'm going to use the present value and annuity formula to find the number of payments. So this is gonna be my present value now. So I'm gonna use the present value and annuity formula. This is my formula. Now I'm gonna substitute all the value into this formula to find the number of payments. 915,386. This is my present value now. because we charge he missed 3 payments, so we add 3 months interest. We use the compound interest formula. So this is my present value, new present value now. So 10,000 he paying every month, that's my x. 1 from the formula minus 1 plus 6.8% means 0.068, and compound monthly, so divide by 12, the power is negative n, big bracket close, over I is 0.068 over 12. Now I'm gonna further simplify to find the n. Now this cross multiply, we need to solve for n here. That is our subject of the formula. So the 915,386,86 multiply 0.068 over 12. I cross multiply, and equal to 10,000 big bracket 1 minus small bracket 1 plus 0.068 over 12 power negative n. Now this 10,000 is a multiplication form, and I switch over to left hand side, become division form. Don't solve nothing. At the last you're gonna solve everything. Now, so this is gonna be now 915,386, multiply 0.068 over 12 divided by 10,000 equal to 1 minus 1 plus 0.068 over 12 power negative n. Now I'm gonna further simplify because we need to solve for n here. Now this one, I'm left hand side, I'm gonna pull over right hand side, the positive become a negative, and then this is a negative, whole term this is negative. So when I pull over left hand side become positive. So I swap around, left hand side I pull over right hand side I pull over left hand side. So this become positive, this become negative. I'm gonna use my calculator. So left hand side first, I'm gonna solve the left hand side. I'm gonna use my calculator. So the answer is 3017 over 3000 power negative n is equal to, I solve this side, the answer is 0.48 12807793. Must remember all the comma you have to write. Don't round off to 2 decimal places, otherwise the answer is not going to be correct. And now you can simplify at this stage. Before this step you mustn't simplify. Now I need to solve for n. I'm going to apply a logarithm now here. So the negative n, I'm going to apply the log formula. So this is the base, it's going to stay the base. So it's going to be a log of 0.48 1280793, and to the base 3017 over 3000. So I use my calculator. My answer will be negative n is equal to negative 129,419,0323. So this is my answer. I use the calculator and I solve for log. Now I'm gonna solve for n. Both sides negative cancel, only left positive n is equal to 129,419,0323. Now this is a 130 payments. I round off. But remember, he say how long in completed months will it take Rajesh to repay the loan. So which means he want the answer must be in complete month like this 130, 129. After the comma this is, so this is, we round off to 1, so it's going to be 130. So 130 payments. 7.3.2 he says calculate the value of the final amount. Now here must remember this one after the comma whatever we have, this is one lesser amount, so we need to use this one to find the outstanding balance. And outstanding balance I'm using the present value formula. You can use the future value formula also, but I would like to do the present value formula. So 7.3.2 linked to 7.3.1. so outstanding balance gonna be, so for outstanding balance, I'm going to use the present value formula. Outstanding balance is equal to 10,000 he paying every month. Big bracket 1 minus small bracket 1 plus I. Interest rate I'm going to use the same one, 0,068 divided by 12 power negative 0,419 0323. 0323 must use the complete one over 0,068 over 12. Now I use my calculator one time, I get the answer 4173,552033. So this is my outstanding balance. So we have to calculate the value of the lesser payment because we have one lesser payment. So first of all we need to calculate the outstanding balance after the last full payment, which we have for last full payment 129. And now obviously this whatever this left comma 4190,323. For the final payment we have to apply the compound interest formula, and then this will be our initial amount. So only for one payment. Why? Because one payment was lesser, because after 129 there is comma 4190323, this one. So we're gonna apply the compound interest formula. This will be our P, initial amount. So I'm gonna apply the compound interest formula. So I'm gonna substitute the values. So this time gonna be 4173, which we found now. That will be our initial amount, comma 552033. Don't round off this question. At the last you can round off. 1 plus interest is gonna be same, 0,068 monthly over 12. Power is only 1, you don't need to write. I use my calculator and then my answer is 4197,20. So this is my final answer. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below, I will assist you. Have a nice day. Next video I will upload the calculus questions.